Finished reading the Keigo Higashino's The Silent Parade. This is the third book I read, the books by Keigo Higashino, and I really enjoyed it. I think each one, I have this The Devotion of Suspect X and Salvation of Saints, those two books I read, and each one is kind of very different, a different mood, a different storyline constructions, although they are all crime mystery type of books. But some of them are kind of gloomy, and some of them are kind of light, some of them are kind of I don't know, jubilant. And this is more or less like it's the crime itself is very, very bad, very, very bad crimes there. But only that part is kind of sad and difficult to read. But the rest of it is more like solving mysteries and common people got involved in solving mysteries and finding this particular suspect or whatever. And I cannot divulge much about this particular story because that's a spoilers, right? Okay, so but this is, I would say, among those three, kind of I don't know, I don't. It's almost like a comedy. Why I say comedy? Because there's those three books. There is one character who scientist, physicist actually. I think that's probably the detective Galileo. He appeared. He's not related to the police force or anything, but because he's so smart, so the old classmates of him come to ask for advice or something, and he goes and he himself voluntarily goes to the crime site and investigates, and that helps some of the mysteries, I would say. So he is there, but almost most of the time when he is there, he is kind of facetious and half joking, half serious, and therefore you don't, as a reader, wow, this particular character is kind of a, I don't know, it's not the main, story lines there. It's like a side characters comes in and kind of stir up something and disappears and so forth. So I don't like him that much. In this one particularly, he comes in and he kind of solve the problem, solve this mystery himself, and to do more. And that particular process is, of course, out of nowhere, he comes in and he kind of deduce some of the sequence there. And but that particular thing is just because he is Detective Galileo, he knows how to do that. And so that kind of probably, he's there just because, when you're writing this type of crime mystery, you have to have a logic here and there, and so that kind of logic for common people, I would say it's very difficult to get to it. And I think this Silent Parade is, I think, one of the major events of this particular town. Once a year, I would say, they have a parade going on there, and it's it's very big, crowded, and atmosphere, very noisy atmosphere. But during that time, some of the crimes committed during that time. So that sequence is kind of exciting because it's like a, I'm kind of visualizing the movie thing that for one, scene that you shooting that particular parades going on the streets and people cheering and everything, and in the behind there's some, very, very insidious type of activities going on, and so that part is kind of a very, very nice, I would say, very nice movie, theater movie touch, I would say. But as always, Keigo Higashino's book always is the surprises. The twist and turn surprises all go on and on and on. Toward the end of this book, it's always there's surprises waiting for you when you read it. So that's kind of interesting. And but I would say this book is maybe I would say easy, but it's a more bright side of the crime probably because of the content of it, and you don't feel that bad, some of the crimes that you read is kind of sad, and it's depicting the life of the people who had a difficulty, and this one is not too much. I think it's more like an upbeat ending there, and so I kind of recommend. And each those three books, I think each one is unique, I would say. So one of them you read, and then the other one you read, you have a complete different perspective of this particular author. And that's amazing because most of the authors have some kind of a same theme, same atmosphere, same mood, but I think Higashino kind of creates a different mood, and I really liked it. I think I would say the mood is more like an intricate, very strong, and a page turner type of things here, and this one is like a dealing with like a social equality, woman versus man, and so storyline is kind of a straightforward. This one is like a chaotic, probably chaotic, and all of these books that the suspects very, very beginning, because books will tell you very, very beginning that he's the person who is committing the crime or whatever, and but all the other police and detectives don't know anything about that, so they try to figure out the mystery of this particular crime, and that's the fun of it. And so, yeah, I after reading those three, I completely became a fan of Keigo Higashino, and before reading this, I didn't know him at all, but I knew that he made lots of best-selling fiction, crime fiction, and some of the things became movies. Not only the Japanese movie, but I think some of them are, I think, Korean or Chinese movies. movies, and it's very successful there too. And so, kind of excited to read more of him. But then again, it's like always you end up with wow, you spent so much time reading his book, and what do I get? You know, of course, when you're reading it, you learn a lot of lives of the people, different type of people, their psychology, all these things. But then again, it's all crime mystery related. So you get more or less like I don't know, those feeling is very short-lived, maybe? Short-lived, yeah, probably so. But you know, I enjoyed it. I think probably once you read it, you don't want to read it again because you know the whole story is already. And but still getting to the new book and you don't know anything about it, that's very, very exciting. That's probably secrets of the crime mystery, that you get this tremendous excitement of getting into the new story, new crime, and you get excited, and you cannot stop reading because those crimes sequence are very, very interesting and very intriguing, and some of them are those crimes are not that strong. Some of them are very strong. Some of them are very bloody, also, but some of them are sad, of course, because somebody dies. And but overall, I would say it's a fun to read his book. So I think I became kind of a fan of his, and so I continuously read his books, I would say, even though I wouldn't, for people who are interested in reading the literature, like Kazuo Ishiguro, even Haruki Murakami, may not be interested in reading this type of book, but regardless, when you're reading, it's fun to read, fun to spend time and killing time. I think that's excellent. Yeah, that's my opinions.